Burger King presents Breakfast Stories. Today's story, Marty and the 2 for $4 croissant.
Yeah, I go to Burger King. They got that croissant deal, 2 for $4. It's wicked good with the sausage, dude. And 2 for $4, that is a huge bargain. Huge.
Well said, Marty. Tasty, savory, sausage on a flaky croissant. Hey, this is not breakfast. This is a Burger King breakfast. Get 2 croissant sandwiches now for just $4. Only at Burger King. Price and participation vary.
Kasha's Bazaar, located at 5727 Jesson Highway, across from Red, White, and Blue. Geeky collectibles and more. Find them on Facebook at facebook.com/Kasha's Bazaar. Kasha's Bazaar, 5727 Jesson Highway, the Flea Market.
Tubby & Coos, Mid-City Bookshop at 631 North Carrollton, just off Orleans and Carrollton. Books, board games, and geeky t-shirts. Find them on the web at tubbyandcoos.com and sign up for their geekly newsletter. Tubby & Coos, more than books.
Come to Contraflow Sci-Fi Convention September 30th through October 2nd at the Airport Hilton in Kenner. Contraflow has writers, artists, and entertainers from all over the country. Vendors, gaming, music, and more at Contraflow September 30th through October 2nd. Find us at contraflow.org.
The Vaping Tiger at 2812 Athenia Parkway. 1 block off Vets behind the Lazy Boy Gallery. The Vaping Tiger has handcrafted, artisan-blended e-juices. The Vaping Tiger, 2812 Athenia Parkway and vapingtiger.com.
Friends, is your morning tea just not your cup of tea? Then try the tea blends of Viridian Tea Company. At Viridian Tea Company, they sell blends guaranteed to make you think outside the box. With such blends as My Enemy's Tears, Goth Librarian, Cyberpunk, and many more, your tea experience will be out of this world. Look for the blends at Tubby & Coos Mid-City Bookshop, located at 631 North Carrollton, or on Etsy at Viridian Tea Company. Try Viridian Tea Company today. Your taste buds will thank you.
Resistance is futile.
Boldly going where no show has gone before. This is The Week in Geek on Fox Sports 1280. Broadcasting from the tubbyandcoos.com studios, here's David and Brian.
Good afternoon, New Orleans. This is The Week in Geek on Fox Sports 1280. Coming to you live from the tubbyandcoos.com studios. This is David D. Squared Cordier with
Brian Held.
How the hell are you, buddy?
I'm not as good as you, man.
Why not?
Oh, well, I believe congratulations are in order.
For what? What did I do?
Well, you're now the producer of the morning show
I
over
am.
on 99.5.
I am. It's
Dude.
amazing. I know. I haven't even put it out on Facebook. We're putting it out here first, people.
Yeah, but
I got a new job.
No, it's
I'm
great.
Officially a full-time employee of iHeartRadio doing El Radio.
Yes, no, we're very excited for you, man.
Hooray!
Yeah.
Now, as always, we strongly urge you to check out the Facebook page, facebook.com/The Week in Geek. Check out our website at twigradio.com. Follow us on Twitter at Twig Radio, and check out the Instagrams at The Week in Geek. Now, Brian, how can people listen to this lovely show?
Well, once we're off the air, we're going to load up the recording to Spreaker.com, or you can download Spreaker for your smartphone or tablet. You can also catch us on iTunes, YouTube, and on FoxSportsAM1280.com.
All right, so let's lay out the show real quick. We got a book of the month, which we forgot to do last week.
We
have
do.
Top Nerd News this week in Geek History, Skungy's Pick of the Week, and a guest
because of the 50th anniversary of Star Trek. We have a special Star Trek guest.
What?
Yes.
Today's the 50th anniversary? I had no clue.
Well, because you haven't been on social media,
Dude,
right?
That's all that's on the freaking social media page is just Star Trek and people changing their profile pictures.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I bet not a single one of them seen an original series.
No, I wouldn't say. You're just making people angry, Dave.
I'm angry. You're angry.
Well, before you get too
You have a
angered,
funny-shaped head.
why don't we bring on Skungy?
I am not what you would call a handsome man.
Skungy's Pick of the Week is brought to you by GameStop and ThinkGeek.com.
Skungy's Pick of the Week.
You might be an idiot savant.
Woohoo!
Skungy, what's shaking bacon?
Not a whole lot. Congratulations, sir.
Yay! All right, man, so what are we talking about today?
Well, since it's the 50th anniversary, might as well talk about Star Trek Online, which just released for Xbox One and PlayStation 4.
Wait, what? Really?
Yeah.
I thought that was a typo.
No.
Then why did you text me, hey, Dave, we're in a dry spell. I don't know what to choose. What, are you stupid? What?
Of course I am. I work for you.
Well, duh. All right, so tell me about it.
So, yeah, this is This is being ported from the PC. This game came out in 2010 on the PC, and now it's coming out on it's out on the PS4 and Xbox One, and it's for the low price of nothing. It's absolutely free.
Yes.
Shut the front door.
Right? No, it's been free on PC for a while.
It's absolutely free, and you get
Who cares about the
worth
PC?
of content. So all the content that's been available for the PC for all these years, they're launching it with all the content ready to go.
You see,
I win.
what are you talking about? We broke all the ground on PC, and now we're giving it to you console peasants.
Wait. I'm sorry to tell you this, Brian, though.
Uh-oh.
The game actually looks better on the Xbox One and PlayStation 4 than it does on the PC.
Oh, well.
No, and you got to play all the buggy, eroded versions of Star Trek Online. See, you people don't realize that your PC master race, you're actually the peasant race.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, what do you think about the game as a whole, Skungy?
I mean, it's really cool. You get to play as either part of the Federation, the Romulan Empire, or the Klingon Empire.
Which one would I pick?
You're going to go out on different missions. You're going to command your own starship. You're going to be the captain of your own starship, and you can customize your ship. You can customize your player. You're going to go to different worlds. There are a whole bunch of different sectors around. There's going to be stories to follow. It's going to be a big, massive world. Like I said, you have 6 years worth of content in it, and it's
There's no
fun.
intelligent life here.
I will say the combat is a little bit clunky. The space combat's a little bit clunky, but they're updating that as it goes.
So, is there any sort of pay content like extras?
There will be. There are microtransactions, like with most MMOs nowadays. Most MMOs are going along the lines of you're free to play the game, like you're free to play online, and there's no subscription, but you can get microtransactions. But it's not anything needed. It's just all aesthetics. It's like, do you want this ship design, or do you want this kind of weapon or whatnot? You don't have to. You can actually play the game and earn all that stuff. But if you're lazy and don't want to do it, you can just go ahead and outright buy it.
Okay.
Cool. So, it's free. It's on all platforms now.
And the PC Master Race got all the bugs out for us by playing it, the clunky versions.
You're welcome.
And I get the good version for free.
Uh-huh.
Suck it.
Yes,
Hey,
Dave, you could be a Klingon and just, do it for the glory of the Empire.
I know. I'm just going to just maraud every planet system there is. All right, Skungy, Friday the 13th coming out in October. Tell me about it. I just saw it on Facebook.
Well, this was a Kickstarter game that kickstarted about a year ago. It's going to be, Crystal Lake. I don't know a lot about it yet because they've been very hush-hush about it. All that I know is that Jason kills people in the most brilliantly unique ways.
Smashing their heads with doors, throwing in fireplaces. Well, yeah, and the guy who did the body stuff, where they put the little dots on them and all that. And see, a guy who played the original Jason, like Kane something or other.
Kane Hodder is his name.
Boom!
He was the Jason up until Jason 10.
Look at Skungy
when they did
bringing the
Freddy
lumber.
versus Jason,
Boom!
they got a new guy because they wanted him taller than Robert Englund.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was. Kane Hodder wasn't tall enough to be Jason Voorhees to tower over Robert Englund.
Okay.
So that's why they recast it.
Poor guy.
Yeah.
All right, and is that all we got, or Brian? Did you finally finish Nuka-Cola World?
So yeah, I did. The last of the DLC for season pass holders just came out for Fallout 4, and I managed to pound out Nuka-Cola World. I was actually a little bit disappointed because the earlier release DLC, Far Harbor, was much more involved. They had a huge storyline with that. It almost felt like another game tacked on.
Oh, really?
Right?
Yeah, really like the skill trees and the skill games that they had in that one was a little bit better than what they did with Nuka World.
Yeah, I mean, Nuka World was fun, don't get me wrong, but it was kind of like a lot of scavenger hunts and running around finding stuff, and the story just wasn't as vast as Far Harbor.
That being said, though, it is awesome because you're set in that whole amusement park area.
Oh yeah, no, agreed. It was cool, to see basically the Nuka-Cola version of Disney World. It was.
Did it haunt your dreams though?
No. I mean, it was fun. I enjoyed it. You know?
Okay.
So, a lot of silliness, a lot of craziness going on, but it was fun.
And Overwatch, what they put out a new map or something that I got to pay for?
Yeah.
No, you don't have to pay for it.
Oh, yeah. It's a free day.
I know.
Yes,
yeah.
everyone. I feel like Oprah.
Yeah, no.
You get a free game.
You get a
free game.
No, this week's Brawl of the Week is the new map in Overwatch. It's called Eichenwald. And it's a lot of fun. It's kind of a hybrid map. There's a payload mission, but you got to like capture the flag, kind of capture the point, then payload it in, and it's cool. It's a great map, a lot of fun. There's a few classes that are kind of dominating the map. Junkrat is devastating, I think.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
I'm destroyed with Junkrat. But once again, that just goes to show how cool Blizzard is with this entire game, how they're constantly giving you new content, new players, and new content absolutely free.
Oh, yeah. And Season 2 of the competitive arm of Overwatch just started. I haven't gotten into that yet, but I like how it matches you up. It keeps you with other players of a similar skill level, so you're not just getting railroaded all the time. That's cool. So that would work for you, Dave, so those little kids don't mow you down all the time.
Yeah, stupid ninja-like reflexes of 12-year-olds, man.
Yeah.
All right, Skungy, well, I guess we have no more use for you, sir.
I'll see y'all in like 3 weeks then. One thing that I'm going to do, I'm going to be out of town, and I'm going to the GameStop conference, so I get to check out all the new games. One of the games I'm going right to see is the Ubisoft booth to check out the Star Trek Bridge Crew VR mission.
Oh.
Yeah.
Man, you get all the good stuff.
When Skungy gets back, he will be our guest to tell us all about the cool things that he's seen.
We're going to bring him back into the studio again, so all the microphones and the headphones break. Every time he shows up here, something breaks.
Yeah.
And then all the toiletries are missing.
Oh, jeez.
That was only 3 times.
Yeah, all right. All right, Skungy. Well, thank you, buddy, and we will talk to you when you get back.
All right, guys.
All right, man. All right, guys, stay tuned when we get back. Mr. Larry Nemechek of Trekland, Portal 47, he's going to be with us.
And he's got stuff he's working on right now. He's doing like the fan films, the Con of Wrath.
Yeah, we're going to talk about it when he comes on. So, guys, stay tuned after these short commercial messages. You're listening to The Week in Geek on Fox Sports 1280.
This report is brought to you by the Foundation for a Better Life.
Heavy traffic in Kenner on I-10 eastbound from Loyola Drive up to Power Boulevard, and traffic remains slow on I-10 west in Metairie from Clearview to Power. Traffic is also building on I-10 westbound from Canal Street up to the Claiborne flyover. And delays still heavy on I-12 eastbound between Goodby and Covington. If you see traffic problems, call us, 504-620-1000. I'm Lisa Baque.
While many rose up with violence, he sat down for peace. Mahatma Gandhi reached out with the strength he cultivated within his soul. So, pass it on from the Foundation for a Better Life at values.com.
This report is brought to you by Stand Up to Cancer.
I'm meteorologist Bruce Katz in the Fox 8 Weather Center for your Thursday night. Looking good and feeling good. Tonight, clear skies, overnight low in the upper 60s on the North Shore, low to mid 70s south. Tomorrow for Friday, a partly to mostly sunny day. May see a stray storm. Range coverage at 20% for Friday, the high temperature near 90. And over the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, rain chances come back to where they should be, 30 to 40% coverage. Highs in the upper 80s to low 90s with overnight lows in the low to mid 70s. From the Fox 8 Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Bruce Katz with your Weather Authority forecast.
I'm Tony Goldwyn. 20 years ago, when my mom had lung cancer, she didn't have many choices. But today, you do. If you've been diagnosed with lung cancer, please visit standuptocancer.org/lung cancer to learn more.
It's sold out. Our iHeartRadio Music Festival 2016. U2, Drake, Florida Georgia Line, and more. The only way in is to win. September 23rd and 24th at T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. Keep listening to win.
State Farm celebrates great artists and the good neighbors back home who helped make them who they are today. Go to neighborhoodsessions.com to check out Artist Stories, a brand new music series created by State Farm Neighborhood Sessions.
This is Carl. He moved to Philadelphia recently and was looking for a used car. So he used TrueCar to buy a Hyundai Sonata. And now he's feeling confident. Very confident.
That building is where George Washington wrote the Constitution. I don't know if that's right. Well, Lincoln helped a little, but it was mostly Washington.
Carl is feeling really confident because he was able to get all the pricing information he needed to get his Sonata. Plus, TrueCar certified dealers have over 500,000 pre-owned vehicles to choose from. So, after finding the perfect used car, he connected with a TrueCar certified dealer. They were able to share information and get on the same page before he ever got to the lot.
Oh, there's the Liberty Bell. Cracked when Benjamin Franklin rang it too hard. What?
In the end, Carl was able to receive a discount off the list price. Yep, he's feeling pretty confident.
Oh, look, the stadium where the Eagles play. They won it all last year.
No, they didn't.
Sure did.
No, they really didn't.
Agree to disagree.
When you're ready to buy a new or used car, visit TrueCar.com or download the TrueCar app to enjoy a better car buying experience.
Join us this fall at Contraflow, September 30th through October 2nd, a science fiction convention featuring writers, artists, and entertainers from all over the country. Contraflow will have gaming, music, an art gallery, vendors, and more. This year's author guest of honor is writer Ben Bova, 6-time winner of the Hugo Award and former editorial director of Omni Magazine. Contraflow, September 30th through October 2nd at the Airport Hilton in Kenner. For more information, check out their website at contraflow.org or find them on Facebook.
Tubby & Coos Mid-City Bookshop. Before you get booked up, head over to 631 North Carrollton, right off Orleans, to Tubby & Coos Mid-City Bookshop. Off the books, Tubby & Coos is a nerd mecca for books, board games, and geeky t-shirts. So book it over to Tubby & Coos Mid-City Bookshop at 631 North Carrollton. If you don't want to do it by the book, use their free Wi-Fi and check their stock at tubbyandcoos.com. Tubby & Coos Mid-City Bookshop, where it's all geek to me.
Kosh's Bazaar has an unconventional inventory for the discerning geek collector. Comic book-related collectibles, vintage New Orleans items, militaria, and plenty for your mundane friends. Kosh's Bazaar, 5727 Jefferson Highway, the Unflea Market.
The Vaping Tiger at 2812 Athenia Parkway. 1 block off Vets behind the Lazy Boy Gallery. The Vaping Tiger has handcrafted artisan-blended e-juices. The Vaping Tiger, 2812 Athenia Parkway and vapingtiger.com.
This is the Week in Geek.
That is illogical, Ensign. Odors cannot travel through the vacuum of space.
On Fox Sports 1280.
Fascinating.
Broadcasting from the tubbyandcoos.com studios.
Most illogical reaction.
Here's David and Brian.
You realize that the aim will, of course, be very crude.
Welcome back, New Orleans. You're listening to The Week in Geek on Fox Sports 1280. This is Brian Held with
D-Squared.
Hey, man.
Hey, man. So we have a guest on the line.
Yes, Mr. Larry Nemechek, noted Star Trek author, editor, archivist, consultant, and producer, is on the line with us. How are you, sir?
Hey, guys. It's great. Happy 50th.
Happy 50th.
I know. It's awesome.
Yeah, no, we're all very, very excited for anybody who doesn't know, and I'd be surprised if there are many out there. It's the 50th anniversary of Star Trek today, and we can't be more excited. I know you're very excited.
Well, I am. Thanks for having me on, and I was just thinking, the mainstream world, I guess, is getting inundated because everybody and their dog, is running Star Trek-related articles. But I just noticed the Internet last night it started feeling like Christmas Eve last night, and Twitter was, where everybody was just hashtagging Happy 50th, and I went, okay, I guess that's going to be the, let them guess the Happy 50th what?
All right.
If
Now,
they don't know by now, they're going to figure it out.
No, definitely. Now, you're in the midst of preparing for some festivities. What do you have going on tonight?
Well, everybody's doing something. I mean, we've had all these huge events and conventions and exhibits and concerts and all this stuff all year long. And here it's actually the night of the anniversary, 8:30 Eastern, pre-daylight savings time. So in 1966. So people are doing stuff all over the country and around the world. Their homes or they're doing things. They're going out or whatever. And I didn't know of anything going on here in L.A. So John Champion, who co-hosts the Mission Log Pod for Roddenberry, and I, with my Trekline Portal 47 banner, we're just doing a little meetup across the street from Paramount at Lucy's Del Adobe, where Gene and a lot of people over the years with the crews and all would go over there if they needed something handy to go wash their troubles down or whatever, or commiserate or get creative. So we're just having a little meetup, and we're going to toast every hour on the hour tonight, and we're going to do a little bit of it at Facebook Live. So people can jump in if they're not local. And just some fans and some crew people are going to come over, and it's just going to be low-key and a lot of fun.
I like how he just says, we're just going to have a little get-together across from Paramount.
Yeah.
No biggie.
Oh, yeah. Now, are you going to be in the Gene Roddenberry booth in the bar, right?
Well, there's not if there is a Gene Roddenberry booth, the thing that's really famous is on the back patio. There's a picture that Gene signed when he was actually there for a fundraiser for Governor Jerry Brown in the 70s, like in 77, and he spoke. And there's a quote from a newspaper clipping. So there's like a little Gene Roddenberry memorial on their back patio back there. So it's just, we include that as a Trek landmark now. We can do that. So it all feels good.
That's
feels
great.
like a good vibe.
Now, I know, looking into your past and your relation to Star Trek, I know Star Trek has so touched your life, and can tell our listeners about how you really got into it with the guides that you created that eventually got used in the more modern shows.
Yeah, well, I mean, I always thank my ninth grade science teacher for shaming me into going home and watching Trek after school like everybody else did, right, in the 70s, the 80s, and the 90s. And but it's just, I just love the background. I just love the universe that they created before we had all those buzzwords, And but back then you kind of wore it on, you kind of stayed in the closet with your geekness, or you were just a kid or whatever. Once you weren't a kid, you kind
preach,
of
brother, preach.
downplayed things. But no, my background was in theater and in journalism, and I was working in a newspaper. And in the 80s, and when The Next Generation came back, well, actually before that, I just really loved Bijo's books, all the background books, the canon books, and the making of books. I love those, and I just started doing my own stuff. And then eventually that led to when Next Generation came out and desktop publishing being new, I started doing a year-by-year kind of concordance for The Next Generation, and that it got to Paramount at the time because there was no internet, no Memory Alpha, no Wikipedia, no nothing, no published books. And the writers of The Next Generation were using my guidebooks to keep up with the stuff that had happened.
That's fantastic.
And before some of them even were working on the show. So that led to The Next Generation Companion that I was very lucky to do. And it's kind of a classic now, and so many million people, say they grew up with it and dog-eared their book. And then we moved to L.A. because of that. And I just started working on a lot of Star Trek projects after that. And recently did the Stellar Cartography map book set, which was a big deal, which was a lot of fun to work on. And a lot of projects, spoke at conventions, worked on the edited Communicator magazine and the Fact Files and the Vegas Experience Museum and just all kinds of things like that over the years.
Oh, yeah. Well, and I know you just got recently back from Salt Lake City Comic-Con where there was a world premiere of Episode 7 of Star Trek Continues, and you're a part of that, right?
Yeah. I mean, that's what's... Never underestimate the power of the picture, which I keep finding out over and over as a word guy. Because here I'd worked 20 years, writing and editing and creating a lot of things and preserving, I like to think, preserving and interpreting a lot of Star Trek. And Vic Mignogna, who is the Power of Nature force, it's his passion play, Star Trek Continues, of the fan films, needed a Dr. McCoy on 3 weeks' notice when they did the first episode. And I was lucky enough to jump in. At the very same time I was working on the Stellar Cartography maps, which was insane.
Wow.
I think I looked a little tired when I go back and watch that now. But I played McCoy for the first 2 episodes and then stepped back, and Chuck Huber came in to play McCoy after that, which was the original plan. And but I still stay a creative consultant with the show. I just love it. The people are so great. The fan films, anyway, are today's fanzines, although fan fiction writing obviously is going on. But technology, we can do stuff on our laptops, on our laps. It's just amazing. And even though I know there's kind of a little bit of a damper on fan films now till some of this, some of these legal things get sorted out.
Yeah.
It's not going to go away. The technology is going to get, more and more. Fans are going to love Star Trek for another 50 years and feel the passion and creating their own. So, yeah, but I've just been amazed and thrilled to be part of Continues. And it's just amazing how I go, people just find me. And I say, I've been writing for 20 years, guys. It's just
right.
what a camera in front of your face will do is still amazing to people.
Well, speaking of putting a camera in front of your face, you're working on a film right now called The Con of Wrath. Tell me about that.
Oh, well, here's something else from when I was a kid. My first roadshow convention, I didn't know it was going to turn out to be this infamous event. It was called The Ultimate Fantasy, but it was the first time all of the Star Trek cast were together. It was done 2 weeks after the Wrath of Khan premiered, so June 82 in Houston. And the thing was, it was the biggest, Trek Cons, media conventions, had only been around for about 10 years. The first one in New York in 72. So it was still kind of a wild west of conventions, and it was a simpler time, a gentler time. But this was the first big rock show. It was an arena show.
Okay.
Michelle singing to an orchestra and Walter writing a play, and they'd all act out, and a talk show and a laser show. And they thought they had 3 18,000-seat arenas full over this weekend with everybody there except Leonard Nimoy, and that's a story in itself. But Hart Bennett and Kirstie Alley, this last Vegas convention was not Kirstie Alley's first convention, I should say.
Okay.
and Mary Buttrick. And the bottom line is, it did not quite go as it was supposed to.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
All right.
So I've been working on this. It's kind of been a shade tree project for the last 4 or 5 years, but we're wrapping it up now, hopefully, to get it out. Next year will be the 35th anniversary of The Wrath of Khan and The Khan of Wrath.
Nice.
So that's not my title, by the way. That's what the fans were calling it by the end of the weekend. I mean, there are buttons from 1982 that say, I survived the Khan of Wrath. So
wow.
It was just it was an awesome natural name. And been along the way telling that story. And we talked to all of the cast, George and Walter and Michelle, Jimmy Doohan's widow, Wendy, Hart Bennett, rest in peace. 4 years ago, he died, like last year. And we have all the organizers and a lot of fans from around the country and a lot of dealers, my God, that have been dealers for 30 years. I could almost do a documentary on them. And so it's about the story, but also a lot about how we've changed. Fandom has changed then and now. What's exactly the same, what's different, from the pre-internet, pre-cell phone days to now. So a lot of fun little subtopics. How there have always been women in fandom. Geek girls are not a new thing. Good grief.
Oh, no. That's definitely true. So, mentioning Khan of Wrath on your website, I noticed that there's a is it a GoFundMe or a pledge, a PayPal pledledge?
Yeah, it's just a PayPal. Yeah, I didn't want to. I knew I was going to take my time with this and not have it done in 3 months or whatever. So I just set up a simple way. Before anybody knew what Kickstarter and GoFundMe's and all that were even, just a simple PayPal link.
Okay.
And I've done live shows at conventions when I've been there the last 4 or 5 years, and done a little 2-hour Dr. Trek show, and people have donated there, and we've done a live thing to sing for our supper for that way. But yeah, people can still do that. We're wrapping it up, but still appreciate that too. And there's perks there.
Oh yeah, and so
where is it? How do we find it?
LarryNemeczek.com, right?
Right, or you can go to KhanofWrath.com too. We'll also get you there. Now, I'll just let everybody know that these are very 2009 looking pages. I just did my new baby is Portal 47, which is a new monthly fan experience, and we just did a new website for it. And my other web pages are all going to look like they're from this century here within the next month or so.
Okay.
So don't be put off by that. But they still are very functional and work just fine. So KhanofWrath.com or LarryNemeczek.com.
And real quick, Portal 47 is really kind of a fan kind of backstage pass to a lot of the archives of Star Trek, right?
Yeah, the paper and the digital and the human archive. There is so much Star Trek out there that fans don't know about that I was privileged to work with over the years and hopefully still do. I call it a insider's guide to in-depth Star Trek. It's like a mini con all year long, no matter where your center seat is. So it's an 8-point package every month. It's $25 a month, which is 2 movie tickets a month. We have 2 telebriefings with a guest every month and myself, and then there are archives that come out and some other deals that are part of the package. I just launched it. I'm really excited about it. I had 10 years of people saying, all that stuff you have and you do and the people you know, you should do something with that.
There you go.
So I'm finally doing something with that. So, but thanks for asking. Portal47.net.
All right. Well, Mr. Nemeczek, we so much appreciate your time. Hang on for me for a second. Guys, stay tuned when we get back. Top Nerd News, and I think I'm going to raise Dave's blood pressure.
No, you're not. You can't. Are you trying to murder me? I just had a heart attack. Just cut it out.
Guys, it's the Week in Geek on Fox Sports 1280.
And if you're listening to the iHeartRadio app in the L.A. area, just swing across by the Paramount Studios and, find Larry and the gang.
There you go.
All right, guys, stay tuned. The Week in Geek on Fox Sports 1280.
Thanks, guys.
This report is brought to you by Positive Coaching Alliance.
Backup on the Bonacary Spillway coming in from Laplace on I-10 East. Delays still right around the I-55 interchange. And we also have a backup in Kenner on 10 East between Loyola Drive and Power Boulevard. Traffic is still slow on I-12 eastbound from Goodby toward 190 in Covington. If you see traffic problems, call 504-620-1000. I'm Lisa Baque.
If you're involved in youth or high school sports, you need to know about Positive Coaching Alliance. PCA, a national nonprofit organization, develops better athletes and better people. PCA workshops help coaches, parents, and student athletes pursue winning and life lessons through sports. Visit positivecoach.org.
This is Janet. She just bought a new Ford Fusion using TrueCar, and now she's feeling confident. Very confident.
Thanks for calling the Laughing Bone.
Hi, I'd like to sign up for an improv comedy class.
That's because she was able to see what others in her area paid for the same car she just bought.
The beginner class?
No, the advanced class.
Janet then connected with a True Car certified dealer. They shared all the same information and were on the same page before she ever got to the lot. She had a guaranteed savings certificate and was able to save over $3,500 off MSRP, which is about the average.
Have you ever taken an improv class before?
Nope, I'm actually pretty shy in front of people.
With all this newfound confidence, Janet can't stop smiling.
What's a pirate's favorite letter?
Let me guess. R.
No, it is the sea we love. Get it? The letter C, like the sea.
Oh, boy.
When you're ready to buy a new or used car, visit TrueCar.com or download the TrueCar app to enjoy a better car buying experience.
Hey, wouldn't you love to see Queen at Wembley? Bruce Springsteen at MSG? What about Nirvana at the Paramount? Well, now you can. Just say hello, Quello. That's Quello. With a subscription to Quello Concerts, you can watch thousands of the most incredible concerts and music documentaries ever from your TV or on the go. Just go to Quello.com and get the front row experience of Hendrix, Marley, Pink Floyd, U2, The Who, Zac Brown, Rush, and so much more. You'll be blown away. Go to your app store or go to Quello.com and start your free trial right now. That's Quello.
A more peaceful, healthy world happens one person at a time. Around the globe, there are children who dream of helping their families, who hope for the future, and who have a name. Know the person you're helping directly at unbound.org. That's unbound.org.
Tubby and Coos, Mid-City Bookshop at 631 North Carrollton, just off Orleans in Carrollton. Books, board games, and geeky t-shirts. Find them on the web at tubbyandcoos.com and sign up for their geekly newsletter. Tubby and Coos, more than books.
Friends, is your morning tea just not your cup of tea? Then try the tea blends of Viridian Tea Company. At Viridian Tea Company, they sell blends guaranteed to make you think outside the box. With such blends as My Enemy's Tears, Goth Librarian, Cyberpunk, and many more, your tea experience will be out of this world. Look for the blends at Tubby and Coos Mid-City Bookshop, located at 631 North Carrollton, or on Etsy at Viridian Tea Company. Try Viridian Tea Company today. Your taste buds will thank you.
The Vaping Tiger at 2812 Athenia Parkway. 1 block off Vets behind the Lazy Boy Gallery. The Vaping Tiger has handcrafted, artisan-blended e-juices. The Vaping Tiger, 2812 Athenia Parkway and vapingtiger.com.
Join us this fall at Contraflow, September 30th through October 2nd, a science fiction convention featuring writers, artists, and entertainers from all over the country. Contraflow will have gaming, music, an art gallery, vendors, and more. This year's author guest of honor is writer Ben Bova, 6-time winner of the Hugo Award and former editorial director of Omni Magazine. Contraflow, September 30th through October 2nd at the Airport Hilton in Kenner. For more information, check out their website at contraflow.org or find them on Facebook.
Now back to The Week in Geek.
Ooh, I'm so happy.
Broadcasting from the tubbyandcoos.com studios, here's David and Brian.
This is brilliant dialogue.
Welcome back, New Orleans. You're listening to The Week in Geek on Fox Sports 1280. This is Brian Held with
Stan Lee. Stan the man.
Oh, I wish he were here instead of you.
Oh, you're so mean to me, man.
Oh, just wait.
Oh, okay. So what? Yeah.
No.
All right, let me take a deep breath.
All right, that's cool. Top nerd news.
Top nerd news. Here we go. And now, your top nerd news stories from around the world, brought to you by Kasha's Bazaar at 5727 Jefferson Highway. And now, your top nerd news stories. All right. What's supposedly topping us off on Top Nerd News?
All right. So the first thing is actually what I scribbled on your show notes over there.
Show notes?
Yes. In response to some fans who were asking us about coverage that we were going to do. So, guys, many of you know, if you've seen your Facebook feeds, Dragon Con was this past weekend, so a lot of folks having the post-con blues.
And the con crud.
Oh, well, that too. But no, by all accounts, the pictures that I've seen look fantastic. There were 245 Fallout cosplayers at their photo shoot. That was insane. No, I mean, that's huge. It's been growing every year. But, yeah, all the different photo shoots, the parade got broadcast on the CW in Atlanta. How cool is that? Yeah. But a little bit of controversy. Apparently, 2 cosplayers rolled into the convention dressed as 2 burning office towers with Barbie dolls hanging off of them like they were jumping out of a building.
And it exploded.
Yeah, and not appreciated.
No, man. There's a very thin line between cosplaying and basically saying, here's a bad memory. Remember it. I'm going to make a joke of it.
So I did a bit of research. There were statements put out by the convention that apparently these folks were gate crashers. They were not members of the convention. I mean, it is near a public space. People can kind of wander in and out. So these people probably just rolled in to get as much, attention that they get their 15 minutes of fame, as it were. But when they, the con staff and the Atlanta PD went to go and kick them out, they were nowhere to be found. Yeah.
Oh, my God. It's look, we have the freedom of expression all over the town, any time. But the problem is that, when you take that and you kind of, when cosplay to most people is really, about fandom and a love for a genre or a specific character, when you're cosplaying like a bad Halloween costume at a frat party.
Right.
Well, expect to get kicked out. Expect to be, disliked by millions of internet users across the world.
Right. Yeah. I mean, look, we fully support the freedom of speech, and we support everyone's freedom of speech to ridicule the snot out of you.
Yeah, right. You did it to yourself, punk.
Pretty much. So to the folks out there that asked us, no, we are not going to look up these folks. We're not going to invite them on the show.
Oh,
because,
God, no. I wouldn't waste a single minute on these turds.
No.
I mean, we've already wasted 3. What else?
Yes. All right. Time to get you angry.
Yeah, because I'm totally calm now.
So a couple of big announcements on the 7th. Sony announces the PlayStation 4 Pro with 4K HDR gaming for a low price of $399.
This is something we probably should have asked Skungy, because here's the thing. I mean, the PS4 just came out. The PS3 just came out. PS4 just came out. What is it like?
I think it's 2 years.
Two and a half, 3 years ago, somewhere around there.
Right.
Most people like me when I got my Xbox One. I waited a couple years before I bought my Xbox One because I wasn't paying $4.99 out the gate.
So this is an update, right? This is a hardware update that gives a couple things. It gives people who have high, like 4K televisions, high resolution televisions, the ability to utilize all those pixels.
Okay.
Right? It'll improve the visuals on regular 1080p games. It also gives some extra horsepower for the PlayStation VR that's coming out, right? The virtual reality stuff. So it's not like existing,
See, I didn't even see anything about the VR stuff in the article.
Yeah, no, it's
because I know they're doing that for Scorpio for the Xbox.
Right, but the Xbox, the Project Scorpio is not coming out until fall of 2017.
Yeah, I know. Well, let's get back to the PS.
Well, that's part of the article, is the fact that Sony is, getting ahead of them out of the gate in grabbing all that market share.
What about all the PS4 users that have recently purchased said one?
They're fine.
Well, this is the question. I mean, is this a precursor to the PS5? And can't I just download a patch and update for my PS4 to get a better thing? Does it have to be a hardware? Can I trade in my recently purchased PS4 and get an upgrade?
I don't know.
These are questions I need answered, Brian.
Right? Probably not. If you just purchased one,
Sony.
You're probably a little SOL. Maybe you can find some place that would take one used, or maybe do a deal
GameStop.
Probably
GameStop.
But we'll start seeing this stuff in November, right? So maybe those offers will come out within that time. I mean, this was just announced, but it's definitely a big deal. Believe it or not,
oh my God,
I'm excited because my PlayStation 3 at the house just died. And I've been waiting for this.
Yeah, it died of loneliness because you keep playing your dirty PC.
Actually, what's funny is that I got the PS3 because of the Blu-ray player. And now I have a 4K TV. I'm getting the PS4K in order to utilize the...
Oh, my God.
Exactly.
That's amazing.
Isn't it?
So how are you going to be watching TV shows? I mean, are you going to be able to stream like 4K stuff? I mean, the 1080p? Like with Netflix, is it going to get any better for you because you're using...
Probably, yeah. It's probably going to...
That's not a good enough answer, man.
Well, I mean, the article stated that all of the graphics from previous PS4 games would be improved.
I think it's a damn money grab.
No.
Sons of...
I think it's an actual improvement on the hardware, And it's not just a money grab. It's speaking of money grabs.
Oh my God!
The next announcement was
what?
Well, the Apple iPhone just announced.
Yeah, Apple iPhone. Woo!
They announced their 7, and there's a lot of controversy out there because folks are
nothing, Jon Snow.
They're PO'd about the no headphone jack. They've removed.
It's A-OK.
Well,
Brian, grow a pair of dongles, okay?
The only thing that it's A-OK for is Apple in their business plan, because it really doesn't do the end user very much good. There's not a whole lot of benefit.
Let me ask you a practicality question,
Sure.
Brian. As we sit in the studios surrounded by wires that sometimes choke me as I'm trying to, maneuver across the board here. It'd be nice to have some wireless headphones. Just saying, just putting that out there. But also, the only downside, the only
Dave,
stone I will throw in my house of glass for the iPhone with the earbuds is that I am not too keen on the 5-hour lifespan of the earbuds.
Not just that, but how fast are people going to lose those $150 earbuds that don't have better sound quality than the wired earbuds
How
that
do
they
you
currently
know? You don't know
leave?
that.
Look, the Millennium Falcon is a highly advanced piece of technology that can travel at the speed of light, and it's got headphone jacks. All right?
What? I don't know where that comes from.
So my point is that for the end user, I mean, it doesn't do that much good.
But
it's
got dual lenses now for professional camera taking pictures of stuff of
they're just catching up to Android.
Pets.
Android's been at all the specs are better on Android.
But
for the longest time.
I can film snowboarders, and it looks really pretty with the snow, and it captures the visceral reflections and.
Dave, places that have snow are much too far away for you to even travel to.
I'm going to L.A. tonight. I'm going to be across from Paramount Studios tonight. I'm going right after this show. I'm out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, we got to go to the Country 101.1 WNOE Country Birthday Bash.
Yeah.
Brantley Gilbert's playing tonight.
All right, last thing, because I think we're about to take a break, huh?
Yeah, I guess we should.
So I thought it was pretty cool. Ambitious Animation brings Lost Doctor Who epic back to life.
Yeah, I didn't read the article. Lay it on me.
But I did, yes. So, there's a whole bunch of episodes of Doctor Who out there that have been lost to the ages. The BBC aired them and then took the tapes and reuse them for other shows. So there are whole episodes.
God.
Yeah, they just
nobody's gonna like this crap anyway.
We don't need to save copies of this.
Teletubbies, tape Teletubbies.
Hey, look, those tapes were expensive back then, right? They could just have reams of them. So in any case, what BBC America went and contracted some animation firm to recreate the visuals, and then put some of the archive saved audio from the original episodes onto this.
They didn't need the audio. I mean, they just needed the visual tapes. They saved the audio tapes.
They did have copies of the audio.
So it's like an audio book.
Well,
but with cartoons.
Well, no, it's
for adults. For kids.
It originally was for kids, Dave, but
to learn stuff, just like Mrs. Doubtfire.
So we'll get to see lost episodes of the second Doctor, Peter Troughton.
Speaking of doctors,
yes,
go to the Facebook page, facebook.com/The Week in Geek. Dr. Doom cosplay takes that whole Guinness Book of World Record Batman hack with 25 thingamadoo-jobbies. This Dr. Doom cosplay is epic.
Is
it? Epic.
Does it have a flashlight?
Yes. No. I have no idea. Who cares? It doesn't need a flashlight. And also, let's go to break before I actually do have another freaking heart attack.
Nice. Guys, stay tuned. When we get back, we'll have Book of the Month.
Book of the Month.
And some This Week in Geek history. Stay tuned. You're listening to The Week in Geek on Fox Sports 1280.
And go to the Facebook page, Preston Avocado. He's a really great tracer. Stay tuned.
Can genuine Napa leather, a hand-stitched steering wheel, and handcrafted rosewood create a better driving SUV? At Mazda, every detail matters because driving matters. Introducing the all-new 3-row Mazda CX-9. Mazda, driving matters.
Test drive the all-new Mazda CX-9 at your Mazda dealer or visit MazdaUSA.com. Features standard on CX-9 Signature.
Burger King presents breakfast stories. Today's story, Marty and the 2 for $4 croissant.
Yeah, I go to Burger King. They got that croissant deal, 2 for $4. It's wicked good with the sausage, dude. And 2 for $4, that is a huge bargain. Huge.
Well said, Marty. Tasty, savory, sausage on a flaky croissant. Hey, this is not breakfast. This is a Burger King breakfast. Get 2 croissant sandwiches now for just $4. Only at Burger King. Price and participation vary.
Join us this fall at Contraflow, September 30th through October 2nd, a science fiction convention featuring writers, artists, and entertainers from all over the country. Contraflow will have gaming, music, an art gallery, vendors, and more. This year's author guest of honor is writer Ben Bova, 6-time winner of the Hugo Award and former editorial director of Omni Magazine. Contraflow, September 30th through October 2nd at the Airport Hilton in Kenner. For more information, check out their website at contraflow.org or find them on Facebook.
Tubby & Coos Mid-City Bookshop. Before you get booked up, head over to 631 North Carrollton, right off Orleans, to Tubby & Coos Mid-City Bookshop. Off the books, Tubby & Coos is a nerd mecca for books, board games, and geeky t-shirts. So book it over to Tubby & Coos Mid-City Bookshop at 631 North Carrollton. If you don't want to do it by the book, use their free Wi-Fi and check their stock at tubbyandcoos.com. Tubby & Coos Mid-City Bookshop, where it's all geek to me.
Kasha's Bazaar, located at 5727 Jesson Highway, across from Red, White, and Blue. Geeky collectibles and more. Find them on Facebook at facebook.com/Kasha's Bazaar. Kasha's Bazaar, 5727 Jesson Highway, the Unflea Market.
The Vaping Tiger at 2812 Athenia Parkway. 1 block off Vets behind the Lazy Boy Gallery. The Vaping Tiger has handcrafted, artisan-blended e-juices. The Vaping Tiger, 2812 Athenia Parkway and vapingtiger.com.
Friends, is your morning tea just not your cup of tea? Then try the tea blends of Viridian Tea Company. At Viridian Tea Company, they sell blends guaranteed to make you think outside the box. With such blends as My Enemy's Tears, Goth Librarian, Cyberpunk, and many more, your tea experience will be out of this world. Look for the blends at Tubby & Coos Mid-City Bookshop, located at 631 North Carrollton, or on Etsy at Viridian Tea Company. Try Viridian Tea Company today. Your taste buds will thank you.
Now back to The Week in Geek on Fox Sports 1280 with local celebrity Brian and that other guy, what's his name again? David, I think. I don't know. David? Yeah, it's David. Okay.
Welcome back, New Orleans. You're listening to The Week in Geek on Fox Sports 1280. This is Brian Held with
that other guy.
There you go.
Suck it, voice guy.
Oh, I love our announcer.
Of course you do.
Yes.
Hey, Brian,
Yeah.
you know what we haven't done in a while?
Book of the Month?
Is that what it is? We haven't done that?
Well, we missed it last week.
Okay, we should totally read a book.
Yep.
All right, so what is the book of the month, Brian?
So I wanted to change the pace a little bit. This is a children's book. It's called...
Can you color it?
No.
Aw.
It's already colored in. It's called Nobody Likes a Goblin.
Nobody does like a goblin.
By Ben Hatake. I'm sorry, Hatke.
Hatke.
Yes. And this is, it's really cute, man. It's Goblin, a cheerful little homebody, lives in a cozy rat-infested dungeon with his only friend, Skeleton. Every day, Goblin and Skeleton play with the treasure in the dungeon, but one day, a gang of heroic adventurers bust in. These marauders trash the place, they steal the treasure, and make off with Skeleton, leaving Goblin all alone.
Oh,
it's up to Goblin to
guy.
save the day, but first he's going to have to leave the dungeon and find out how the rest of the world really feels about goblins.
So it's like a little introvert goblin hanging out with his little buddy.
Dude.
And then these scumbag adventurers break in, steal his toys and his buddy.
And his best friend, yeah.
I want to read this now.
It's so super cute, man. The artwork is fantastic.
So so is it a long book? Is it a short?
No,
it's a children's book. Is it a young adult or is it like actually a children's book?
No, it's something you read to a little kid. You
No
know,
way.
like a 3-4-year-old, something like that.
We need to get this.
Yeah.
Call Candace right now.
Yeah, no, my
tubbyandcoos.com.
Yeah, my good buddy Charlie, who plays regularly in my wife's role-playing game every other week, loaned this to me. He reads it to his kid.
Oh, who did you read it to? You read it to what? To Ash or what? Soot? Your cat Soot?
Yeah, I read it to the cat.
You're a weirdo. You know, Dawn probably reads to the cats when you're not home.
She does.
Yes.
Oh my God,
she loves her some kitties.
But yeah, this you can find out more about this guy at benhatke.com. That's Hatke. He's also the author of New York Times bestseller Zeta the Space Girl, which is also like a graphic novel type deal for young adults.
For young adults. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So no, I did. I was really impressed with the guy's artwork. I think I want to try to get him on the show.
All right. Well, yeah. I mean, I want a copy. I got to read it to the kids, man.
And remember, if you mention it to Candace over at Tubby and Coos, she'll give you a 10% discount.
She does have it.
I don't know.
It's supposed to be available at Tubby and Coos for a 10% discount. Only available at Tubby and Coos
for a 10% discount.
Right. What I said.
I'm sure she'll order it for you if she doesn't have it. How about that?
All right. Well, I'm going there later. Hey, Brian, it's time for
this
Week in Geek History.
Yes.
That thing.
This Week in Geek History.
We're sending you back to the future. Yes! Oh my gosh!
This Week in Geek History is brought to you by Five Stones Media. Find them on the net at fivestonesmedia.com. This Week in Geek History.
Yes! Oh my gosh!
All right, Brian. Brian, wait!
What?
Stop the presses!
Oh, jeez.
Oh my God, Brian, it's horrible. I'm not sure.
You got to pod that down, dude.
What? I can't. I'm too excited. I don't know if I'm excited or sad. Tay-Tay and Hiddlebear broke up, Brian.
I know. I heard the news.
Tay-Tay and Hiddlebear. Taylor Swift and Tom Hiddleston, for the uninitiated. They broke up, Brian. They were just seen on the beach
and
wearing I Love Taylor Swift t-shirts.
Only Tumblr can save us.
All right. So this week in Geek History, let's do it. Don't die on me.
I know. I'm trying not to. First item on my list, September 5th, 1992. Debuting on the Fox network with its distinctive animation and a more mature themes, it's Batman the Animated Series.
I was going to say Family Guy.
Oh, jeez. No. But no, And
hey, did you ever see The Batman? DJ went on a binge on Netflix and watched. There's like 5 seasons of it. I think it was originally on maybe Cartoon Network. It was called The Batman. And had a creepy looking Joker. It was a different kind of animation. I think it was like 2001 or 2005.
Okay.
2006 it came out. So it ran for like 5 years, but it was pretty cool. So which one is this?
This is Batman the Animated Series.
That was Kevin Conroy, huh?
Yes. So and look, despite as much as I'm not a fan of DC, I really like this show. I like this.
DC can do some cartoons.
Yeah.
I mean, some of the Marvel stuff like, Spider-Man, Web Warriors, I can totally live without that.
Right. No, they don't do well in the animation field. But Batman Beyond was good, too.
Yeah, that was a cool twist. Yeah, I like that one.
All right. Next one, oldie but goodie, September 6th, 1522. Ferdinand Magellan's voyage in search for a westward route to the Spice Islands ends with the return of the vessel Victoria, becoming the first ship to successfully circumnavigate the globe.
Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition.
Is that what happened next? Or is that when he thought he landed in India and called Native Americans Indians?
No, are you mixing up your explorers?
Yeah, I don't know.
And actually,
I fell asleep during that class.
When I was researching this, the first thing I found, it said that he circumnavigated the globe, but then I dug a little further. He actually died on the voyage.
So he didn't really make it.
Yeah, no.
He just got accredited for his first mate's journey.
Well, right. His vessel, he had started out with 5. 1 made it back.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's some pretty bad odds, man.
Well, it was kind of crazy back then. It's not like they had,
Rogue Wave!
Right.
What's next?
September 7th, 1969.
69, dude.
Yeah. Featuring It's the Arts, author Two Sheds Jackson, and the funniest joke in the world, it's the very first episode of Monty Python's Flying Circus, Wither Canada.
Oh, man. I wish I'd have had a Monty Python theme song in here.
Well, but you never read these.
I know. So
Yeah.
you should at least say, hey, Dave, by the way, download the Monty Python theme song.
Yeah, and I
Put
stayed
it
up
on the board.
I stayed up too late, like when I was researching this, watching these again. I'm like, oh yeah.
See, you got sidetracked. All right, what's next?
All right. So September 8th, 1966. The very first episode of Star Trek, The Man Trap, airs on NBC. Thus,
oh, wait, no, that was much later.
yeah, that was much later. This episode featured a mysterious shapeshifter with a wicked salt addiction who stalks the crew of the Enterprise looking for a fix. It was actually
An adolescent.
It was actually the 6th episode produced, but the first one to be aired.
Oh, all right. Well, yeah. I mean, they didn't air them in order, did
Yeah.
they?
Yeah. No, not initially.
All right. Cool. What's next?
So, September 9th, 1995. Just for you, Dave. Sony releases the PlayStation gaming console to North American markets.
Good news, everyone! Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. Woo.
Yeah. And last one on my list, September 10th, 1993. Created by Chris Carter, the first episode of The X-Files airs on Fox.
See, I have that one in queues here.
Yes. First of 202 episodes.
Yeah, dude, I was in college when that came out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and I even would skip class to go watch it.
Yeah.
I had a 7 o'clock class, dude. It sucked. It sucked.
7 at night or an AM?
Yeah, at night.
Oh, okay.
At night, yeah.
I made the mistake.
I was a stupid music major, and they're like, oh, we do choir practice, and it's a class, it's a credit. I'm like, okay, I'll totally sign up for that.
Yeah, I made the mistake at doing like a 7 a.m. class. That was a math class. Oh, it was rough.
Oh, no, that's just a big no.
All right, birthdays.
Birthdays.
On the 5th, Michael Keaton.
Yay! Wait, what? I know exactly what he did. There was something obscure. Just keep going.
All right.
I'll
on the
think of it
7th, Mira Furlan, she was Delenn on Babylon 5. So
you and these Babylon 5 references.
Yeah,
Today is the 50th anniversary of Star Trek, and you're going to throw Babylon 5 in my
It's
face?
her birthday.
Who cares? Skip it.
On the 7th, also, Glenn Shaddix. He played Ortho on Beetlejuice and Associate Bob on Demolition Man.
He was good. I liked him.
Yeah.
He's a great character. He needed to be in more stuff.
Mm-hmm. On the 9th, Angela Cartwright. She was Penny Robinson from Lost in Space.
Ah.
And on the 11th, Roxanne Dawson, Star Trek's Belena Torres, from Voyager. So,
Good God. I thought you were going to say Troy. Deanna Troy. I was like, ooh, yeah.
But anyway, those are our birthdays.
All right, guys, as always, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, check out the Instagrams, and, tell our bosses we need more time. Till next time, keep your nerd flag raised high.
GFL.
We are Fox Sports 1280 WODT New Orleans, an iHeartRadio station.